The countdown has begun, and once again the rugby world is preparing for one of the greatest rivalries in sporting history. Whenever the Springboks and the All Blacks meet, the result is never just another rugby match. It is a battle of pride, history, passion, and legacy. These two iconic teams have dominated international rugby for generations, collecting a combined 7 Rugby World Cup titles and creating unforgettable moments that have inspired millions of fans around the globe. Now, with another 4-test series just around the corner, excitement is reaching new heights. Every supporter is asking the same question: who will rise to the occasion when two of rugby's greatest powers collide once again? But before the opening whistle is blown, former All Blacks head coach Sir Steve Hansen has shared a remarkable story that reminds everyone just how influential this rivalry has been, not only in deciding champions but also in changing the game itself. Speaking on the Rugby Unity podcast, Sir Steve Hansen reflected on his childhood memories of waking up in the middle of the night to listen to All Blacks matches on the radio. Even then, clashes against the Springboks felt different from every other fixture. The passion, intensity, and pressure surrounding these contests were unlike anything else in rugby. Every decision by the referee was closely examined, and debates about possible bias often continued long after the final whistle. According to Hansen, those constant discussions eventually became one of the major reasons why international rugby introduced neutral referees. Instead of officials coming from one of the competing nations, referees would now come from a neutral country, ensuring fairness and allowing the players to decide the outcome on the field. It was a significant moment in rugby history, and Hansen believes the fierce rivalry between New Zealand and South Africa played a key role in making that change possible. Yet what makes this rivalry truly special is not the controversy or the physical battles. It is the extraordinary respect that exists beneath the competition. Sir Steve Hansen explained that although the players compete with incredible intensity for 80 minutes, everything changes once the match is over. The same athletes who throw themselves into bone-rattling tackles and fight for every inch of territory are often seen shaking hands, sharing conversations, and enjoying each other's company after the game. That mutual respect has become one of the defining characteristics of this legendary rivalry. They understand that pushing each other to the limit is what makes both teams stronger. As Hansen said, the rivalry brings out the very best in both countries. It challenges players to perform under enormous pressure, inspires coaches to develop new strategies, and gives rugby fans unforgettable moments year after year. The upcoming series promises to continue that tradition. The All Blacks have already arrived in South Africa and will begin their tour with a warm-up match against the Stormers. Although that fixture is important, everyone knows the real target is the massive showdown against the Springboks. Every training session, every tactical discussion, and every minute of preparation is focused on being ready for one of the toughest challenges in international rugby. Meanwhile, Springboks head coach Rassie Erasmus has taken a different approach before the first test. Instead of organizing multiple warm-up matches, his team will face Argentina in a crucial international fixture before welcoming the All Blacks. Erasmus has selected a squad of 26 players that includes experienced stars, emerging young talent, and several players eager to prove they belong at the highest level. Some critics have questioned whether this is the perfect preparation before facing such a powerful opponent, but Sir Steve Hansen sees the bigger picture. He believes Erasmus is thinking far beyond one series. By giving younger players valuable international experience now, the Springboks are building the depth they will need for future campaigns, including another challenge for the Rugby World Cup. Senior players can lead by example, teaching younger teammates how to handle pressure, adapt to life on tour, and perform when expectations are at their highest. Those lessons are impossible to learn in training alone. They can only be gained through real international competition. That long-term vision has become one of the greatest strengths of Rassie Erasmus and his coaching group. Every player knows there is an opportunity to impress, while every experienced leader understands the responsibility of guiding the next generation. On the other side, the All Blacks are equally determined to prove that they remain one of rugby's elite teams. Their history is built on excellence, discipline, and the ability to perform under pressure, and they know they must produce their very best if they hope to defeat the world champions on South African soil. As the opening test draws closer, excitement continues to grow among supporters across the world. Fans are debating possible lineups, predicting tactical battles, and wondering which players will produce the moments that define the series. History has shown that matches between the Springboks and the All Blacks are rarely predictable. One brilliant tackle, one perfectly timed kick, or one moment of individual brilliance can completely change the direction of a match. That uncertainty is exactly why millions of people eagerly wait for every meeting between these two rugby giants. Beyond the scores and trophies, this rivalry represents everything that makes rugby special. It is built on fierce competition, unwavering determination, respect between opponents, and a shared commitment to excellence. Sir Steve Hansen's reflections remind us that the influence of this rivalry extends far beyond the field. It helped shape the modern game through the introduction of neutral referees and continues to inspire players and fans across the globe. Soon the waiting will finally end. The stadiums will be packed, the national anthems will echo through the air, and the rugby world will once again witness two legendary teams fighting for pride and victory. Whether the series ends in celebration for the Springboks or triumph for the All Blacks, one thing is guaranteed: another unforgettable chapter will be written in one of the greatest rivalries the sport has ever known, proving once again why these two iconic teams continue to set the standard for international rugby.